I'm doing mental capacity assessments every day at the hospital because if they want to go home and we think they lack capacity, we have to do a capacity assessment to say that yes, they do have capacity to make that kind of decision. So today I went to see Mavis. Well, I looked on the file and Mavis was 94, doing well, coming to hospital because she had a urine infection, got confused, had a fall, hurt her head. And now she's saying she wants to go home and the nurses are saying she's fit for discharge. So, went to see Maeve. I said, do you mind if I call you Maeve? She said, no, that's all right. I like to be called Maeve. So I said, Maeve, let's talk about this decision you need to make. So, the decision is, where shall I go to get my health care and support needs met after hospital discharge? Maeve said, what was your name again, love? I said, oh, sorry, Julie, I'm a social worker and I'm here to talk to you about your plans for when you leave hospital. So, where do you think you should go, Maeve, to get your help, your care and support needs met? What would a good place be, What kind of help do you think you need? Well, Maeve looked at me and she looked a little bit confused, but she was also lucid and she said, well, I spoke to you yesterday and I told you yesterday I'm not working here anymore. I've had enough of you. I've been working here for 50 years. You've never given me a thanks for everything I've done. You've never acknowledged me. And I've been sweeping these floors and cleaning these toilets for the last 50 years. And I'm not coming back. I've told you, I'm having a rest and I'm not coming back. I said, well, that's impressive, Maeve. You've been working somewhere for 50 years. That's definitely impressive. But you're in hospital now, aren't you? Because you had an infection, you had a fall and you hurt your head, but thankfully now you're okay. And she said, well, who are you again? I said, I'm Julie, remember? I said to you before, I'm Julie. I'm a social worker. I'm here to help you make a decision. Because the nurses say you're fit now to go on to wherever you need to go to. So I said, I'm going to help you make that decision. So let's just talk about it a bit more, if that's all right with you, Maeve. She goes, all right. She doesn't look like she trusts me very much, but that's fair enough, isn't it? I am a social worker. So I said, Maeve, how would you get washed and dressed in the morning? What do you normally do? Just explain it to me. She said, washed? What do you mean wash? I always do my washing. I do it in the sink. And then I wring it all out and I dry it on the radiators. Do it every week. What are you talking about? I said, oh, okay, well that's good that you're still doing your washing in the sink and you know where to dry it on the radiators. But what about a different kind of washing? How do you wash yourself, Maeve? She said, do you think I'm a dog? Do you think I'm a dog and I need to be taken to some poochy parlour and, puffed up and washed and glossed and all of that doodah? I said, no, I'm not calling you a dog. I'm just saying, how do you get washed and dressed? Just so I can understand it, because you know what you do it every day. I just need you to explain it to me. She said, explain what? I said, how every day you get washed and dressed. Just talk me through it, so I can see, what your routine is, and if you can remember what your routine is. She said, my routine? What's wrong with my routine? Have the police sent you? Have the police sent you round? I said, no, it's okay. I don't mean to, worry you or distress you. The police haven't sent me round, Maeve. No, I'm a social worker. I work here in the hospital, and I just need to understand what your understanding is of what you need when you leave here. That's all. So let's change it. Let's talk about your meal times. What do you normally do at meal times, Maeve? How would you make yourself a meal? What do you like to eat? She said, what do I like to eat? What do you think this is, a bloody hotel or something? I said, no, I'm not surmising this is a hotel. I'm just trying to understand what it is that, you eat and how you make a meal and whether you're able to do that for yourself. That's all. So just talk me through it. I'm not talking you through nothing, love. You come in here, sit on my bed, and you think you can talk to me about how I get washed and what I eat and, go into some pooch parlour. I mean, are you all right, love? I mean, you don't look well to me, and you're asking all these strange questions. I said, no, it's okay, Maeve. I'm quite well, and I can see that you are as well. I just wanted to, have a chat with you to help you make a decision about where you go when you leave hospital and whether you've got the mental capacity to make that kind of decision. And I'm here to help you. So we're talking through the kind of things we'd normally talk through with people. She goes, what people? Who are you, love? I never asked you to come and talk to me. I says to Dave the other day, there's this strange woman. She keeps coming and talking to me. I don't know who she is. She wants to talk about some pooch parlour and, and where I get my takeaways from. But I ain't having it. I ain't talking to her, Dave. It's none of her business. I said, oh. So you can remember me coming to talk to you the other day then, Maeve, about the same thing. So you've got the ability to retain, which is good. That's an important part of the mental capacity assessment. I just need to see, Maeve, if you've got the ability to weigh it up, though. Weigh up the decision of, should you go home? 94, keep having falls. You've got a few medical things going on, that aren't going to be resolved. They need to be managed. So, how do you take your medication each day, Maeve? Because you've got quite a few meds there. So, how do you normally do that? How do you manage it? She goes, I ain't sharing my drugs with you, love. I know what you're up to. You want me to tell you what drugs I've got in my cupboard in the house, all under lock and key, and you think you can come in here and talk to me about it, and then, so you then know my key safe number, you know where my drugs are, and you can go off and take them and sell them on the street. I know what you people are like. I've heard about you social workers. You do all sorts of weird things. I ain't telling you, love. I ain't having it. I ain't having it. I'm busy anyway, and I need to speak to Dave about all this, because our Dave, he knows a few things. He knows a few people. You know, that could sort you out. He'd sort you out, our Dave. I'm telling you. I'm not warning you. I'm just telling you our Dave won't take it. I won't take it either. You know, come in here for a rest, you know. It wasn't the most expensive hotel, but it's an all right hotel. But you know, I didn't ask for visitors. I'm on holiday. And you think you can come into my hotel room and talk to me about going to a pooch parlour and about me meds and me drugs, and I didn't expect to get a drug dealer coming in to see me in my hotel room. To tell you the truth, I mean, it's a bit of a cheek if you ask me. I said, look, it's all right, Maeve. I really didn't mean to upset you. I really didn't mean to confuse you, but I just needed to have a conversation with you about your mental capacity. So I think we'll leave it there for today, and if it's all right with you, I'll come back and see you tomorrow and we'll just finish it off. So is that all right with you, Maeve? Is that all right with me? Naff off. Go on, get off with you. Naff off. Go and steal somebody else's drugs, love.